Here we have a 2017 Fiat 500. It's come in with the not uncommon fault of the clutch hydraulics. This is a quick release on the clutch hydraulics. Difficult to see here in this light, but the aluminium has started to corrode. They split and they burst, and you lose the clutch hydraulics and lose your clutch. This car came in for a service last week, and this defect was noted, so the customers brought it back in to have that rectified. Now the factory way of doing this is you have to replace the one piece of pipe that's connected to the master cylinder, and you have to replace the master cylinder, and the other piece of pipe you have to replace in its entirety. Well, that gets very expensive, so there are available compression fittings like this, which is just standard compression fitting with an olive. There are two sorts available. Make sure you get the ones with the inserts, because they go inside the plastic pipe and stop it crushing when the olive is crushed down by the compression fitting. So the way to do this is just to literally cut it off. Now a little trick I've also done is I've put a bar on the clutch pedal just to push the clutch pedal down a little bit, so we'll get a bit of brake fluid squirt out. But once that's done and the pedal's settled, that closes off the hole to the reservoir, so we don't get the constant draining of the clutch fluid. So we literally take a Stanley knife and as close to just cut without cutting your fingers off. See, that was this squirt of clutch fluid that just came out. Now it shouldn't lose any more. Typical. Just because you're on camera, you're being awkward. So that's that bit there. Just give it a little clean up. Just get the burrs off, and then just make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. Bring it up there. Then first bit, olive. The insert in, then get the other part of the compression fitting. On this one, one's a 14mm and one's a 15. That pops in there like that. Just do that. Stick the ring spanner end on there. Just to hold that tight. Do this up. And then just loosen that off just to check to make sure it's done properly. It wants to play on and come off. Yeah, look at that, lovely. Hopefully you can see that. That's gone nicely. I'm just going to do the same with this end. Hopefully I'll actually manage to get this off without so much of a fuss. Without cutting my hands off. Awkward. So then we give that another clean up. Just get the burrs off. Repeat what we did in the first step. And also I'm doing this independent before I put it back onto that side, so it makes it easier to work and easier to let go. So I'll have that there. Loosen that one off again like we did the first one. Make sure that's taken. Yeah, lovely. And then get those two connected. And then all we've got to do is bleed the brake, the clutch as normal, as you would at any time if you've replaced the clutch or done anything to the clutch hydraulics. And like I say, it's important that you use the one with the inserts because there's actually quite a lot of pressure going through these hydraulic lines, enough to, after a while, to worry that olive out and to push it out. So right, let's just twist that, because that needs to be like that. Ooh. That's better, that's holding up. Once we put the bracket piece back in there, that'll hold that back up on the chassis. And then we've just got to bleed the clutch. So yes, so if you've got that issue, just check that. And actually, I can see on here now, you can see that, look, you can see it's actually split. So make sure you're actually seeing this properly. That's it, split. And even that plastic piece there, a split. So it won't be long before that blows and then you lose your clutch. So this is just a nice, simple little non-factory way of doing it. That's going to save you, well, probably about £200 in parts. So yes, you can find those little joiner pieces online. Just Google search Fiat 500 clutch hydraulic repair and they'll come up. And then that will sort that one out.